Imagine you're the gatekeeper of a sacred temple. Inside that temple are your intuition, clarity, identity, and dreams. If you let anyone enter, create chaos, bring manipulative or draining energy, you're desecrating that sacred space. Setting boundaries isn't about opposing others, it's about preserving the inner ground you've worked so hard to build. In psychology, particularly in trauma-related therapies, a lack of personal boundaries is a common consequence for those who experienced self-worth wounds in childhood. They grew up in environments where boundaries were violated, over-controlled, their emotions disregarded, or forced to please others to be loved. As adults, they repeat this pattern, yielding, diminishing themselves, staying silent, enduring, as if it's the only way to survive. So how do you begin? Below is a specific practical exercise to practice personal boundaries daily. Step 1. Identify 3 recent situations that left you feeling drained, uncomfortable, or depleted. Write them down specifically. Who was it? Where? How did I feel? What did I do or not do? This helps you pinpoint energy leaks, where your boundaries are being breached. Step 2. Starting tomorrow, practice a mini boundary in a small situation. Decline a call when you're exhausted. Don't reply to a message instantly when you need space, or simply mute work group chat notifications when you're low on energy. Observe your body. You may feel anxious at first, but if you push through, a new surge of energy will rise within. Step 3. Each evening, write down one action you took to protect your boundaries that day. It doesn't matter if it's big or small, just acknowledge it. Today, I didn't let myself get pulled into flattery. Or simply, today, I didn't apologize for my emotions. Jung wrote, "There is no coming to consciousness without pain." And boundaries sometimes cause discomfort for others and yourself. But that discomfort is a sign you're beginning to live consciously. When you dare to set boundaries, you don't just protect your inner trust. You nurture it day by day. Number 5. The effect of a woman with self-trust. With every action you take to protect yourself, a small no, a step back from invisible depletion, something grows within you that you may not immediately notice. A light from inside begins to radiate beyond the boundaries of your skin. And when that light touches the air, touches the gaze of those around you, it sets something in motion. Carl Jung once said, "The meeting of 2 personalities is like the contact of 2 chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed." A woman with self-trust is a colorless, odorless, unassuming catalyst, yet she has the power to purify the entire space she enters, not through preaching, not through calculated persuasion, but through a state of profound authenticity that inspires others with just a nod. In psychology, this is called emotional regulation through the sympathetic nervous system, when a stable, grounded nervous system creates a sense of safety in another simply by being present. In other words, you don't need to speak. Others feel your steadiness. You walk into a room, not needing flashy attire or to command attention, yet others sense something in you. An unnamed magnetism, not because you're performing, but because you've stopped trying to prove anything. You are present as yourself, whole, authentic, and unapologetic for existing. And it's this complete acceptance of yourself that makes others reflect on themselves. You're like a resonating chamber, empty in the truest sense, yet capable of making everything around you hum at the right frequency. When another woman enters your space, especially one numbed by the noise of the world, something within her begins to vibrate softly. Not because you transmit energy, but because you don't oppress. You create a space calm and still enough for her to hear her original sound, one she long thought was broken, out of tune, or wrong. A woman with self-trust creates a silent healing space for other women simply by living authentically. She inspires without trying. By daring to stand firm in her imperfection, saying no when her heart contracts, choosing herself over pleasing others, she sends a message. You can do this too. In Jung's perspective, such a woman embodies the archetype of the healer or the guide, not by saving anyone, but by having healed herself. Jung believed that each person carries dormant archetypes in their unconscious, and when you live true to yourself, you awaken those archetypes in others. You don't just change yourself, you ignite the potential for change in those around you. The ripple effect of a woman with self-trust isn't loud like stage lights. It's like an underground stream seeping through the earth, nourishing seeds in others that haven't yet dared to sprout. The respect she receives doesn't come from fear or flattery, but from the feeling that, beside her, I can be myself. And perhaps in the end, self-trust isn't a destination to reach, but a relationship to nurture daily. It's like learning to stay with yourself, not just when you're radiant, but when you're chaotic, conflicted, or uncertain. Like a lifelong friendship, self-trust grows through patience, through the moments you choose not to abandon yourself, even if it's just allowing a sigh to be enough. A woman who trusts herself isn't someone who never fears. She simply doesn't let fear lead the way. She doesn't seek validation because her presence itself is the answer. And that is a quiet power, needing no declaration, only authentic living. If this journey has touched something within you, please like and subscribe to stay connected with future videos. Not just to follow, but to keep this dialogue with yourself alive, honestly, persistently, and with deep respect.